continuing on with our lecture, let's talk about other types of shopping centers. Mixed-use centers have been used to revitalize decaying inner cities and have forged development in the suburbs as part of planned suburban communities. These centers are a mix of retail, office space, parking, and hotels. Some also consist of convention centers, condos, or apartment complexes. Atlanta's Peachtree Center is an example of an MXD. This center encompasses 14 blocks in downtown Atlanta, covering 18.9 million square feet of space, and boasts 10 office towers, 3 convention hotels, and a shopping mall. Most MXDs have found success operating as office and hotel facilities rather than retail centers. Pedestrian malls are formed by closing off streets within a certain radius, creating an open-air shopping district exuding a park-like ambience lined with trees and benches. These malls were created with an objective to recapture the success that downtown shopping districts once had prior to the growth of suburban areas. Shoppers are able to go from store to store, enjoying the open air while feeling the same level of safety and freedom they have when patronizing enclosed shopping centers. In 1959, the Kalamazoo Mall was built in Kalamazoo, Michigan, making it the first outdoor pedestrian mall in the United States. Not immune to critics, pedestrian malls have been said to hamper retail business and create confusing traffic patterns as a result of traffic rerouting. Here are some historic images of Kalamazoo Mall. Festival marketplaces are tourist attractions within cities' cultural and entertainment centers that are composed of specialty stores, push cart peddlers, and walkway food merchants. The name Festival Marketplace was coined to describe centers that offered festive settings along with places to shop and innovative eateries. In some instances, these centers reside in revamped buildings that were once abandoned warehouses or factories, like San Francisco's Ghirardelli Square. Ghirardelli Square is considered the first successful adaptive reuse project in the country. The Rouse Company is the leader and innovator in the development of festival marketplaces. Here's an image of Ghirardelli Square. An outlet center is either a stripped or an enclosed center with a tenant mix that includes manufacturers' outlet stores. In fact, the majority of its tenants are manufacturer outlet stores, but off-pricers are becoming a common appearance in the centers. Outlets are often viewed as destination centers with scheduled visits from international travelers on tour buses and local consumers traveling 125 miles on average to visit. At first, these centers consisted of retailers who offered moderately priced goods. However, over the years, more centers have incorporated upscale retailers with higher priced goods, making them more attractive as destination centers. To minimize conflict between manufacturers and their conventional retail channels, centers are generally located approximately 50 miles from traditional retailers. Woodbury Common is one of the nation's largest, or I should say the nation's largest, outlet center. Power centers are open-air centers whose prominence arose in the mid-1980s. These centers have a tenant mix consisting of big box discounters like Category Killers, warehouse clubs, off-pricers, full-line discounters, and supercenters. Sometimes the tenant mix of power centers are supplemented by strips of smaller stores, grocery supermarkets, and full-line discounters. Since stores within power centers are destination stores, shoppers visit the centers to make specific purchases rather than to browse, cross-shop, or comparison shop. They have a low cost of occupancy structure. Lifestyle centers are the newest generation of shopping centers. These centers provide an open-air development of shops and restaurants that create an overall pedestrian-friendly, town-like atmosphere with beautiful landscaping, nicely paved sidewalks, park benches, and ambient lighting. This town-like theme is reflective throughout the architectural designs, including cedar clapboards, awnings, and peaked roofs. Being that super regional centers and lifestyle centers have the same portfolio of tenants, they tend to draw the same type of customer. Super regional centers perceive lifestyle centers as a threat. Here's a photo of Victoria Gardens, a lifestyle center. Developers create strategic marketing plans that outline a center's tenant mix. These plans help to maximize the amount of consumers that the center draws based upon what its tenant mix consists of. Tenant mixes should meet the needs of the center's target consumers and fit its overall image by offering a broad selection of merchandise categories, brands, and services. The strategy for composing a tenant mix is based on the nature of competition between tenants. There are stores that compete directly, indirectly, or that complement each other. Directly competing stores offer the same merchandise selection. Indirectly competing stores offer the same type of merchandise with a different selection of prices and brands. Complementary stores, such as apparel and shoe stores, stimulate each other's sales and enhance the customer experience by providing one-stop shopping. The ideal tenant mix is inclusive of indirectly competing stores and complementary stores. Some retailers have co-tenancy requirements that require the presence of other compatible retailers. The future of shopping centers. The growth of the shopping center industry in the U.S. is greater than the growth of the population, retail sales, or any other economic indicator. The shopping center industry is a very saturated marketplace. Therefore, the future of shopping center development relies in renovation, expansion, and the new use of existing centers. Today, the preferred location of retailers are at strip centers.